let's start where I started at. I was 1988. I was sleeping here at the airport.
So what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Keith Middlebrook.
Thank you.
Keith Middlebrook. In 1988, I was sleeping here at the airport. I was hitchhiking and showering at Gold's Gym. And I said, how can I be successful? I love my dad. He's in the military. They live paycheck to paycheck, but we love our parents. I said, how can I be successful? That was $128 million ago. I never went to college. Now, at some point I'm realizing that they never explained to you in school or college this thing called credit, which has everything to do with your life. Would you agree?
Yep.
If you're going to get a home, if you're going to get a car, if you're going to get insurance, if you're going to get a credit card, if you're going to launch that business, everywhere you turn, they're going to pull what?
Your credit.
Your credit score. So I said, after going through some challenges in life, I had 16 pages of negative items on my report. And I'll come to that later. And they said, oh, you're screwed for 10 years. There's nothing you can do. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, tax liens, judgments, slaughtered. 16 pages. My score was not scoreable. No score. Today it's 854. So, I started deleting things, bankruptcies, foreclosures, tax liens, collections, judgments, and I would do this in 3 to 7 days flat because that dispute process is ridiculous. They're asking the creditors what they think about it, and whatever the creditor says is what goes, right? Everyone's heard about that 30-day dispute? It's in favor of the creditors, not you. So, what I do, so then the guy next to me says, hey Keith, this is incredible what you've done. I need that. I said, well, I got to work. And he goes, I'll pay you. So this was 23 years ago. Okay, so long story short, after 1,600 pro athletes, like Matt Barnes, love the guy. Him and Gloria Gavon, beautiful people, beautiful kids, but things sometimes don't work out, right? So sometimes things hit the fan, and so he hires me because he says, Keith, we got to get into some real estate, but we can't because the score is trashed. So he has 3 homes now because I cleaned them up. Okay, so let's say you start a business. If your score is 825 to 850, which is what I do, they do things called an LLC, an unsecured line of credit. Because 800 scores don't miss payments. Would you agree? A 600 does sometimes, a 700, but the 800s don't. So it's called unsecured lines of credit. I funded about 12 billion in the last 23 years. This is good. So fashion boutiques, hair salons, nail salons, restaurants, nightclubs, tech companies, music companies, films that you've seen on TV and movies, law firms, construction companies, single family homes, a $60 million shopping center in Atlanta. I've done these things based on credit. And would everyone in this room benefit from an 800 score? Anybody?
Yes.
And it's weird, when we're in school, because we'll sit there for 8 hours a day, right? And we'll learn history and algebra questions this long that we'll never use, right? But they won't teach you important things that have to do with how you live. Isn't that kind of weird? Before I continue, is there any questions so far?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I presume everything you do is legal and squeaky clean.
I love this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was cleaning credit for a real estate company. He says, Keith, I have someone from the district attorney's office that has to meet you. Her name is Catherine Taylor. She's the DA of LA. So she shows up in 2 big black trucks, got the badge. Keith. I said, yes, ma'am. I invested in 17 properties. Now there's 17 foreclosures on my report, plus tax liens, plus judgments. I said, she goes, my husband didn't sign up for this because we put our life savings into these homes. She goes, so I need your help. I said, Catherine, what can I do? I need you to delete this shit off my credit report. And I did. And then I got her $1,200 in unsecured lines of credit, and she owns 3 AT&T kiosks. And they got a brand new home in Palm Desert. And she calls me every year and says, Keith, we love you. And then she refers to the District Attorney of Florida, Deanna Pierce. I said, Deanna, what do you need? She goes, well, I'm medically hurt. I have townhomes. They're pillaging my places. My credit's trashed. I'm going down. I said, what do you need? So I need you to fly out here. So I fly across the country and meet with the District Attorney of Florida, Deanna Pierce, Googler. She pays me. I clean the whole thing to perfect. We get a refinance, save the townhomes, pull her cash out, then she retires. Then she refers to another person, Monica of the FBI. Keith, I got to meet with you. Where you at? San Diego. I'm on the way. What's up, Monica? Well, when you work for the FBI, you get a paycheck, a certain check, but they try to be entrepreneurs. So she started a pet store. Things didn't add up. However, I took the scores to 804, so it's a happy story. I love that question. With the 800 score, let's say there's a property for $500,000. You've heard the 20% down, right? That's $100,000. Some people don't have the 100 grand, or they'd be in the house, right? On an 800 score, they'll finance the down payment, and they'll finance the 80%. So you show up with a ballpoint pen, your driver's license, and $2,200 for closing costs, and now you own the home. Let's say the equity is then at $80,000, right? 6, 9, 12 months later, we'll do a reappraisal, pull cash out, do a refinance, combine the first and the second, the payment drops 35%. What do you think of that? Positive cash flow. So what I do is make you rich. That's what I do. Now, give an example here. This guy, Yanni's from Portugal. Just, Keith, I got to meet with you. I said, what's up? So I fly to Florida. He goes, I have 38 foreclosures on my credit report. Because he was a developer. Remember 08 and 09? Whew. He says, okay. Keith, I need your help. I said, how much do you have? He goes, I'll give you the last I got. Long story short, today he has a G5. I got him 172 million over the last 4 years. Is that successful? He says, Keith, but don't tell anybody. Any other questions?
I have a question. How do you have millions of followers? That's pretty great.
2.7 million followers?
Yeah.
I love this question. Everybody heard of Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, Keith, I got to meet with you. He used to actually be the valet at MGM Grand. I didn't know that. For $3.35 an hour. And he was on the way up. You know what I'm saying? And he loves, God bless him. I love him. And I'm the lead on the money team. That's what he calls me, Keith. I'm the lead on the money team. Because you bring the money. So I meet with him in 09. He gives me the tour of Caesar's Palace Forum shops. And, Mont Blanc, Blanc Pine. He's doing correct pronunciation. So he says, you're going to stay at my house for a month. I said, okay. And he goes, all his stuff coming up as a fighter because he made a lot of cash, but his scores are in the 400s, right? So respectfully, I deleted 46 million in tax liens, 68 negative items to a perfect report. Twice. So, so I'm with Floyd, and there's millions and millions of people,
Millions of followers.
and so I'm like,
Then I'm
when I'm around
growing
these
my
people with millions
base,
of followers,
plus I'm a motivational speaker.
then
so
I'm
if I take
growing
your
my
scores to 800,
base,
but
and
I'm
plus
also
I'm a
here to
motivational
train
speaker.
you.
So
Let's
if
set
I
our
take your
goals.
scores to
Let's use the
800,
power of
but I'm
vision.
also here
The
to
words
train
you
you,
speak become
let's set our
reality. So you
goals.
can't
Let's use the
negative
power of vision.
connotations.
The words
You
you
can't talk
speak
about
become
yourself
reality.
negatively.
So you
Everything
can't
has
use
to be
negative
success,
connotations.
wealth, prosperity,
You can't
favor,
talk about
abundance,
yourself
happiness,
negatively.
joy, love,
Everything has to be
fitness,
success,
business.
wealth,
If you
prosperity,
change your
favor,
verbal
abundance,
syntax,
happiness, joy,
then your
love,
whole life
fitness,
changes.
business. If you change
So I
your
started
verbal
making these people
syntax,
successful.
then your whole life
So my
changes.
followers grow.
So I started making
love
these
that
people
question.
successful. So my followers grow.
Any more questions?
I love that question.
Your services.
Any more
are
questions?
they available to just anyone? Like,
Everybody here.
not just anybody, just saying outside.
Everybody here.
Say like if someone on the outside wanted to use your service, is that possible? Or someone on the outside I ain't flying stuff like that.
This incredible guy here named Jim Weatherly. I've known him for 16 years.
This incredible guy here named
He says,
Jim
"Keith,
Weatherly.
I gotta
I've known
meet
him for
with you."
16 years.
And so we
He
got him
says,
cleaned up
Keith,
perfect.
I gotta meet with you.
He got a great restaurant.
And so we
And
got
what
him
I
cleaned
do is
up
I work by
perfect.
referrals only.
He got a great
Because if you
restaurant.
refer me,
And what I do
you're
is I
gonna say,
work by
"Keith did
referrals
awesome,
only.
incredible work for
Because
me.
if you
It's
refer
mind-blowing."
me, you're going to
Because
say,
I don't
Keith did
advertise
awesome,
any TV,
incredible work for me.
newspaper,
It's
radio,
mind-blowing.
Nothing. It's on referrals
Because I don't
only.
advertise any TV, newspapers, radio,
Because of what I
nothing.
do
It's on
isn't
referrals
common.
only.
You see what I'm saying?
Because
If
of
there's
what I do
I just
isn't
deleted a tax
common.
lien for
You see what I'm saying?
$1.6 million.
If there's a, I just
I mean,
deleted
this-
the tax lien
tax
for
lien,
$1.6
Which shouldn't
million.
even be on a credit report. That's not
I
credit.
mean, just the tax lien,
I mean, a judgment's not
but shouldn't
credit.
even be on a
Tax
credit
lien's
report. That's not credit.
I mean, let's say you have insurance.
I mean, a
like
judgment's
Blue
not
Shield or
credit.
Kaiser.
Taxing's not credit.
I've had people
I
go,
mean,
"Keith,
let's say
there's
you have
19
insurance like
collections for the
Blue
medical
Shield or
companies, but I
Kaiser.
have insurance."
I've had people go,
Is that
Keith, there's
fair to
19
people?
collections for the
It's
medical
crushing
companies,
them.
but I have insurance.
If you have a
Is that fair to
parking ticket,
people?
they mail it to the wrong
It's
address.
crushing them.
They put on your report.
If you have a
now
parking
your
ticket,
score's
they mail it to the wrong
180 points
address.
negative south.
They put on your report.
Is this
Now your
fair?
score is 180 points
I'm saying,
negative
okay, If
south.
that's how you want to play
Is
the
this
game,
fair?
I guess you
I'm saying,
think it's
okay,
fair,
if
then
that's
I'll
how you
just
want to
delete
play
it.
the game, I
So-
guess you think it's fair, then I'll just delete it.
So yeah, so before we leave here, I'm gonna have a sheet to fill out for all of you guys.
So before we leave here, I'm gonna have a
We
sheet to
can do
fill
an
out for all of
assessment
you
in less
guys.
than 30 seconds.
Everyone can
Experian.com.
contact me.
And I'm
We
here
can
to
do an
work
assessment in
awesome,
less than
great
30
programs with
seconds,
everybody.
Experian.com.
Because you know
And
when
I'm
the
here to
score
work
hits
awesome,
650,
great programs
700,
with everybody.
750,
Because
then
you
they
know when the
start
score
flooding
hits
your mailbox
650,
with what?
700, 750, then they
Money.
start flooding your mailbox
And I'm
with
here to
what?
train you how to use that money.
Money.
Now,
And I'm
there's
here
no
to train
class
you
or
how to
school or
use
I
that
mean,
money.
do you have time to sit
Now,
in 8 years
And
of
there's no
college?
class or school or
Or
do
can
you
I
have
train
time
you
to
in about
sit in
4
8
hours
years of college?
and make you
Or can I
rich?
train you in about 4 hours
I love that question.
and make you rich?
Thank you so much.
I love
Thank
that
you.
question.
everyone wants to know who you are and what you do. Explain to the fans out there.
Okay. I'm registered and licensed and trademarked The Real Iron Man. Why? Because I design all these companies. As an example, I take credit scores to 850. I get business lines of credit. I funded films, TV, movie shows, clothing, fashion, restaurants, construction, car lots. There's nothing I haven't funded. And so
Can you
that's,
fund a strip club for me?
yes, I can.
See,
Yes,
awesome.
I can. Yes, I can. Okay, I'm going to take his credit score to 840, 850. We'll get about $2.5 million. Is that enough to get it going?
That's perfect.
Okay. We secure the building. He's going to get the girl. Love it. He's going to get the girls. He's going to have a different girlfriend again. So I've invented a show called Gym Talk, where we have these great conversations about real things going on in the world right now. As an example, reverse aging technology.